Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today, let's talk about the new Pink Religion by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. I got it in the mail yesterday. She's beautiful. And I also got the Sacred Glass as well. I only got those two products. And let's just talk about it. I think the versatility in this palette is going to be really good. Online it seemed kind of weird because everything kind of looked the same, to be honest, but then when I got it in person it was like totally different. Like I feel like they all have a place in the palette. So I just feel like this could be such a really good blush palette, because look. So I feel like this, like these in this section, you can use for blush. I think that's why they're so spaced out. Like I feel like at first I didn't like that, and then I was like, oh my god, you can use them for blush. And usually blush brushes are pretty big, so maybe that's why he spaced them out that way, hopefully. So let's get into the review. First, I want to show you guys like the palette, you know, with my camera, because this is gonna do it just so well. Okay, so first we have the actual packaging. So this is what it looks like. It's like on top of that. And then here is the back. I want to show you guys all the ingredients because I like to have them on file in case I ever need them for anything. It's kind of hard to read though. Let's see. Let's go really close. Okay, I feel like I got all that. And then here is all the info for this. I'm going to go over it right now. I just want you guys to see everything for yourselves. And let's get into the Mama palette. Wow. The texture. It's got a little nice gloss here. Wow, so pretty. Got a mirror with a little plastic thing. This did come with a plastic thing, but I took it off during my first impressions. This shit is crazy. It kind of reminds me of that one shade from Bloodlust when he started making like special shades. Pretty. Ugh, the embossments, are you kidding me? Sometimes when I'm looking at these shimmer ones, I'll like go in really close and you can see what kind of shimmers are in there. That's like way more metallic than I thought. Oh, where is it? Okay, we were here, this row. This row. I thought this one was going to be more red, but it's way more orange than I thought. This one would be a cute blush. Handbag Queen, that's pretty. We got Dollhouse Lane, Vatican Vanity. Let me show you guys the back really quick. Let me show you guys the side. This is the side of it. And then the back. God, it's just like the texture is so beautiful for this, you know? Where's that? That's so pretty. I first thought that I wish I wanted this gold like stamping on the front, but now that I look at it, I think I like it the way it is. I like this like invisible ghost shiny thing. I think it just looks so pretty. Oh, and then here's a little picture that came with it. I kind of like to keep these. That staff is so beautiful. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to swatch these out from left to right. Left to right. So for all the mattes, I'm going to use a brush, and for all the shimmers, I'm going to use my Actually, I'm gonna use a brush too because I like applying my shimmers with a brush. So let's get into it. Okay, so the palette itself retails for $52. It is vegan and cruelty free. Um, the packaging is a baby pink faux leather Bible-like eyeshadow palette. Each pan weighs at 1.5 grams of product or 0.05 ounces of product. And then the palette itself has a suggested shelf life of 12 months, but you can obviously use it longer if you want. And it's made in the USA. There are 15 mattes and 3 shimmers. 2 of the shimmers are metallic, and 1 of the shimmers is like a glittery kind. Alright, so now let's get into the demo of it. Let's try it out. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do my face and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I have a full face on, I'm actually going to start using, I was gonna say Blood Religion. That sounds like a kind of dope ass name though. So let's do, oh, I don't even know. Okay, well first I want to do something kind of like dramatic. Let's go in with maybe like this. Let's start off small. I'm gonna grab the Sonia G Worker Pro. Let me make sure I got this with me. I love this thing. I got this at the dollar store. It's one of those like color switches. This thing is a literal lifesaver. You gotta be careful though because like you don't want to go in super rough with like an expensive brush. Okay. Let's go in with Dollhouse Lane. I'm gonna go in with Dollhouse Lane here. Wow. For these like pink shades, there's not really. Oh, I don't even remember if I put anything on my lid. I'm just gonna put my foundation or concealer on my lid just to give it a sticky base, and then let's go in with that. Oh, cute. I'm gonna go in with the same brush, and then I'm gonna go into, I'm gonna do like a 3 color thing. Let's go in with Prom Night, which is this beautiful pink right here. I really want to try this pink as my blush. I'm super excited. Let's see. And then we're just gonna put that right next to it. Ooh, I like that shade of pink. Wow, this is gonna be like a really pretty blush actually. It's actually more electric than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. And then just slightly blend the top over here. And then we're gonna go into something like a little lighter. Let's go in with Saint Star. That's kind of confusing. Let's go with this one. Let's go with this. Saint Star. That shade kind of reminds me of one that's in the Orgy palette, like in the top row with all the light shades. But we will do a comparison in a little bit. I'm gonna punch this right in the inner part. Well, it looks kind of cool. You see that? I feel like it really changed my eye shape actually. Pretty neat, pretty neat. Okay, I'm gonna go back into Prom Night, and then put that on the lid. Little over that. What shade was that? Saint Star. Cute. And then with whatever's on my brush, I'm just gonna slightly blend the edges of all of it. When you're blending the edges of your eyeshadow, you should barely feel your brush touching your skin, like barely. And you just have to go back and forth, and it will just blend. Damn, this deserves a wing, huh? We're going with a wing. Okay, so let's do. Let me grab a liner. Guys, this is my favorite liner. It's in the drugstore. It's the Wet n Wild Break Proof. It's literally like $5 or less. Look at this. Look at this. Where do I put it? And it dries like matte. Oh, that's such a good one. It kind of reminds me if like the Pat McGrath Liquid Lust liner was like affordable. It would be this. It's not as pigmented though, but for $5, I'm gonna go with it. I'll buy the Pat McGrath one on, I don't know, like during a sale or something. Oh, holy crap, that looks beautiful. Okay, let's add maybe like a fake little anime lash down here. I always like don't know where to put this one. That's cute. I want to make it a little bigger though. Oh my god, I love that. I love how it went from okay to I love it. I think that's so cute. I think it accentuates the eye beautifully. I love it. It's like a little goth, but it's a little pink cutesy. It's very, what's that word? Harajuku, I think it's called. The one where it's like very cute dollhouse, but goth. I think that's Harajuku. Okay, so now let's do the other eye. I think the other eye is going to be a little more simple because I want to play with the shimmers, and I want this to be like an everyday look. This is a more like party look. Okay, so first, when you're doing like an everyday, you want to grab a big fluffy brush. Let's go with this. This is my Sonia G Blender Pro. It's like a fluffy brush, and then I'm just going to clean off in case there's any color. And then for this one, you always want to grab the lightest shade, and then you want to buff it over your eye to just kind of blending with your skin. For this side, I don't really care about it blending with my skin because I just like a punch of color. But this one, we're going to do more of a wash. So let's go in with Sugar Savior. So I think this one would be a really pretty one. So be careful with your first layer because when you're doing something natural, you don't want to go like extra crazy, you know? So this one, I'm gonna start out here and then just really go back and forth. Even if it doesn't look like there's any color, why does that look purple? Oh my god, did I have a... I think I had a color on there. Damn you. Let's see. Damn, always check on the back of your hand because I was just the bamboo. Okay, let's try that again. So I'm gonna go in with Sugar Savior, and then tap it on. Okay. So basically, you'll just do that, and then what I like to do is wipe off my brush. You can do it anywhere. I'll just do it on the back of my hand, and then you go along the edges to really make sure it's like blended out. So for this, I like to call this my everyday 3 shadow routine. You start off with a transition color, right? It looks kind of dark, so make sure you choose your colors wisely. And then what you're gonna do is grab more of like a, what would be a good brush for that? Let's go back in with our Sonia G Worker Pro, which is like a little more smaller, little packer brush. And then wipe off whatever color is on it. And then, depending on where you work or anything, you can do this, and then you can put a shimmer on the lid. Or if you want something a little deeper, just like a little more, I'll grab a deep shade. Let's see, which one's the most appropriate for work? I'm thinking between these two, Handbag Queen and Vatican Vanity. I think I'm gonna go with Handbag Queen because it's a little more red, less purple. Let's go with Handbag Queen. Okay. And then for this one, you kind of do like this angle, and you're gonna put it right where the end of your lashes. Because it kind of helps you create definition on your eye. Yeah. It's really pretty. Okay. And then you don't really have to do too much. So there's that. And then, I don't know. I don't feel like there's enough of that first shade I put on the inner part. So I'm just going to go back in. And then really go along the edge over here. Because I just want a little more color. Plus, it's going to help me blend this shade right here. Okay. Now that we have those two shades, time to go in with a shimmer. I will show you my favorite shimmer brush. Where'd it go? Yeah. It is this one from Morphe. It is, just kidding, not Morphe. It's Morphe. It's the M166. And it's really good because it's like a little, it's like a flat and then it gets skinny. But this like holds on to, or at least for the Jeffree Star metallics, this one holds on to them really well. So let's go in with, let's see. I think for something more natural, I'm gonna go in with Frosting Coat because it looks pink in the pan, but it actually goes more like whitish versus this one. This one's like super duper pink. So we're probably gonna go in with this one. Frosting Cult. It's like a baby pink, shifts to like whitish. Yeah. You don't need a lot, just go in with like 1 or 2 taps or else you're gonna have too much on your brush. And then what I'll do is just pack it on first. And then with this brush, I'll just go, I like kind of follow a crease. Looks like that. And then you have like a little simple, just, I'm actually gonna grab my Sonia G Blender Pro, which is the first one we use, wipe off whatever color is on the back of my hand, and just to further diffuse it out, I will just run it between the shimmer and the crease, and then the deepening shade in the crease. And then, bam, you have an easy eye look. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it. Which I think is like better. I think I'm more of the dramatic person. You can also add a wing here. I just feel like if it's gonna be like more, I mean, I guess people wear wings in the office. I don't know. I mean, you can do this look and then just add a little wing versus bam. Okay, now the moment you've all been waiting for, or just me. We're gonna try to use these as blush. Let me grab my favorite blush brush. The thing is though, is that my blush brushes are usually pretty gigantic. Where the hell did that brush go? Oh, it's right here. I have two blush brushes that I really love. The first one is from KVD Beauty, the number 20. I think it's like a powder brush, but the weight's just like so fluffy. It's synthetic. And then this is the Morphe E4, which is also synthetic, but I like the way the way it's shaped. So this one I feel like I can just like really blend it, and this one is more of like packing on. But because these are eyeshadows, I feel like I'm not gonna need to pack on the color. So first things first, I kind of do like how they're spaced out because my blush brush is so gigantic. Let's go in with Sugar Savior first because it looks like it could be the nicest one. I'm a little scared. Okay, so I actually did set this side of my face and I didn't set this side because I wanted to see if it would blend on either or. Because I actually do like to set my face sometimes, and sometimes I leave it a little dewy, a little tacky. So let's do this side first. Okay, so right off the bat, you do get color. So I do recommend wiping the product on the back. Like this is the set side, so it should not have that much color. But do you see that? It's like, so I recommend when you pick up the shadow, blend it onto the back of your hand first before you go on the face, or else you're gonna have too much product in one place. But the real test is to see if it's gonna blend out. So just at the edge, I just want to make sure there's no edges. I like to make this little C shape to kind of like marry it. Yeah, honestly, it's really pretty. It did blend really nice with the skin. I do recommend doing the hand trick I just did with rubbing the back of your hand. So yes, you would want to go in with a fluffy brush. Don't forget that. And then I think to be fair, I should do it on this side with the same shade just to see how it blends on something tacky. So let's go in with Sugar Savior again. Dude, this shade on a darker skin tone would look literally stunning. I literally want to throw up thinking about it. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm gonna do my trick where I'm just gonna tap off whatever's left on the back of my hand. And then I'm just gonna tap this on. That's weird. Oh, is it powder on this? I was like, why does it look like it mattified my skin? Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with more Sugar Savior. And then just tap this on just very lightly. So because this side is a little more sticky, it should grab onto the color better. Okay, see, I already like, maybe it's the way I applied it. Okay, so I do like this side better because it looks a little more natural. Like it looks like a flush of color. This one's a little more intense. Kind of funny because it matches this eye. But I think it's the way I applied this because I didn't wipe it on the back of my hand that the product kind of just like was placed in one area. And too much product was placed there, so please do the hand trick if you are going to use this as a blush. That's so pretty. Oh my god. Wow. That's gorgeous. That is cute. I love that shade. Sugar Savior. That's the one. That's the one, boys. So, now that we got that out of the way, what else are we going to do? Okay, so this is the ways I would use the Pink Religion palette. Now let's move on to the Sacred Glass palette, which is this little beauty right here. Oh, I do not like that noise. I'm gonna email customer service about it, and I'll let them see. So this is the one. I'm gonna show you guys close-ups so you guys can see per usual. Per usual. So this, actually, let me show you guys the packaging first, really quick. Right. So this is what the unicorn looks like. This is literally beautiful. If the mirror has these like little rainbows in it, I might think of getting it during a sale. This is she. And then here we got the back, all the ingredients for you guys and for me for future reference. Just scan this really quick. I don't know why, but the website didn't have the ingredients on it, which is kind of weird. Let's see. Beautiful. Now let's look at the actual beauty. So she's similar to the palette, but this one I believe has more texture on it. You see the texture here? It's got that gold embossment. Ooh, the gold embossment actually kind of hard to read here. Okay, let's see. Let's compare the texture because I don't. Oh yeah. Well, no, actually they're different because look, this one has a smooth with like a little zebra-looking pattern on here, and this one actually has like bumps that you can see. Interesting. So I wonder if they use different material. And then, can't open this. And then we have the inside. So this is what they look like. This one looks crazier than these two. This one has I believe it's like a pink and then like a white swirl in it. I'm not a fan of these type of like, I don't know even know what it's called, like a mixture. I prefer when it's just a one singular color. And then we have Pink Purity and then the Last Supper, which is literally ridiculous. That doesn't even like, do you see the shimmer in that one compared, like, that literally looks like wet in here. Like, that's insane. So, let's get into it. So this Sacred Glass palette is $62. It is vegan and cruelty free. It has like a hot faux leather display box, just literally stunning with a mirror inside. And each pan weighs at 4 grams of product or 0.14 ounces. It has a suggested shelf life of 18 months. And it's made in Italy, which is where this type of baked gel highlighters are made. Okay, now that we've got through the product detail, let's actually try this on, shall we? I'm actually really nervous because these extreme frosts make me very nervous. So, I want to do Glass Supper on the lid here. I'm going to do Pink Purity on this cheek and then Pearly Gates on this cheek. So let's get into it. Let's go in with Glass Supper first. I'm going to grab the shimmer brush I used for this eye. Here. These are very like flaky, kind of like chunky almost, so be careful. You know what? Let's go in with our finger. That brush isn't cutting it. Yep, that's the way to do it. Holy crap. Dude, that's like ridiculously amazing. Oh, here, I just look so bad. This shade on its own over your lid, perfect summer look. This with a wing, you would literally look like a juicy goddess. Not even joking. Not even exaggerating. So now let's go in with Pink Purity. I'm gonna go on my finger. This one was like, I feel like the thickest, like chunkiest one out of all of them. So let's go. Dude, that's so pretty. The thing I look for in these highlighters is for it to turn invisible when I look straight on. I don't want to see no cast, nothing. And so far, this one's doing it. I don't see anything. Let's see. I like to turn on my phone flash to really like, oh, what the heck? I turn on my phone flash to really like see. Dude, do you see that? That's so pretty. Let me turn it. Let's turn up the brightness. Okay, if I look straight on, I don't see anything. Let me see. I think the cast that it has is more of like a pink cast, but if you're wearing blush under it, you can't tell. That's literally beautiful. I'm dying. Okay. It literally has the most like beautiful, angelic, fairy glow in the whole world. I'm excited to compare this one to the other pink one he has. And now let's go into Pearly Gates, which is this one, which is a marbled. I don't even, I know he says it's the Extreme Frost formula, but this does not have the amount of kapow that all the other ones do. Like, let's see. I just feel like that one is like ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Well, you guys saw in the demo, but I feel like I can get away with using a regular highlighter brush. I'm gonna try it. This is my favorite highlighter brush to like use on like a blown out natural highlight. This is the Morphe M500. I think it's supposed to be a blush brush, but I love using this as a highlighter brush. Very good. We're gonna go into Pearly Gates with this one. See if it picks up on the brush. There's some product on there. And then we will go. I start off applying my highlight with this brush going downwards to place the product. And then afterwards, you can kind of just use the brush as you like to manipulate it to like blow it out. I kind of just like go like a C like that. Yeah, see, this is like way softer. Yeah. I don't know what it is about it. Like, it just doesn't have that kapow that I wanted. But, I mean, it's pretty good in a palette because now you have, like, it has more versatility, you know? Like, I feel like all these three are different. I feel like this is, like, super intense, medium intense, and kind of intense. It's still like a really good highlighter, but I feel like this is what other brands consider to be their most blinding highlighter, and it's the weakest one in this palette, which is speaks highly of this. And this is like, there's only some brands that can achieve this level of highlighter, and Pat McGrath is one of them. I think she's the one who founded this type of formula. So, yeah, I want to say it's like the most, like there's that, and then there's that. Like that just looks like a healthy glow. Like that's something I would get at the gym, kind of glow. So if you're into that, honestly, this product is really good because it does have the versatility. Okay, so let's get into my final thoughts. I love the palette. The palette is pretty. I love all the shades of pink in there. I like the variation. I know a lot of people thought that it looked too much the same or it had too many dupes. I don't really care because I love Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and I buy from them because of the story it tells. I'm more of here for the story and for the artistry, like the packaging. No one will ever, well, I can't say never. No one has ever topped this packaging, literally, and ever. The only person that I can compare, like, stunning packaging-wise, is my second favorite brand, and that is Pat McGrath. This shit is, like, luxury in a palette. Like, this shit feels like a brick. You can hit it someone's head. It's very simple, very luxurious. This is like art. Like, this is why I buy it. It's the art, the story. It's literally art you can wear, is what I love about this brand. It's not just like makeup to me. I get very inspired by it. Like, who the hell would have thought of doing like a Bible? You know? That's just I love the artistry that goes behind it. So let's run in through the eyeshadow. I love them. I thought they blended amazing. I'll obviously keep trying it in later videos, do more looks, but the shimmers are beautiful. The Extreme Frost is stunning. If you don't have any Extreme Frost, and I'm talking about like these white ones, the first ones he came out with, I would say get this palette because then you can try like, I know they're the same Extreme Frost formula, but for me, they're on a different level. I would get this if you don't have Extreme Frost. I would get the palette because the palette is beautiful. I love it. You can literally use it for blush, use it for... Oh, that's what I wanted to do. I want to try my lips real quick. Let's go in with Strawberry Youth. Strawberry Youth. Or, sorry, not Strawberry Youth. Prom Night on my lips. Yep, it's got pigment to it, so. And you just mix it with your lip balm. Stunning. Okay, back to my thoughts. Beautiful blush, lip color maker. What else you could do? Eyeshadow. I like using it under my under eye to make it look like I'm tired. I wanted it. Oh no, I actually did yesterday. I tried this shade, Frost and Coal, as a highlighter, and it worked pretty well. So if you have lighter skin than me, you might be able to get away with it. If you have darker skin, I'm not sure. I would try it out. Both of these are like kind of like good highlighters if you're gonna wear heavy blush. This one for the darker skin tone, this one for the lighter skin tone. And I think this one you can use more as a topper for any skin tone because it kind of has like a transparent base, but that's where the Extreme Glass come in. Or sorry, Sacred Glass. So I do recommend both products. Beautiful. The packaging kills me every time. Stunning, 10 out of 10. And let's see. This is the one I wanted to compare it to. This is Lick My Glit from the Extreme Frost collection. This was one of the first that he ever came out with. This one is legendary. I don't even think it compares. They're like similar, but like the one from the Sacred Glass has like a pink undertone to it, while this one has like a white to clear undertone. So if you are a little bit deeper, you might like this one better. But usually this Extreme Frost, you can get away with them using on skin because they turn invisible when you turn away, is what, from what I've learned. But I'll keep trying this out to see if these turn weird or anything. Yeah, so that's pretty. But yeah, guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Yeah, if you guys want to see more Jeffree Star content in the future, let me know. I'm gonna be doing like a monthly, or not a monthly, just like my makeup favorites pretty soon. So if you are interested in that, stay tuned. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.